this is Ralph, and in this video I want to go over styling hyperlinks. So I've got this web page set up that I've used in a couple videos now, and there's a navigation menu up here across the top in the header for the page, and it's obviously got some hyperlinks in it. And I've also put a hyperlink in one of the paragraphs here just so we can format our hyperlinks in our nav menu differently than our hyperlink in our paragraph. Okay? So just so that we're clear, on my editor, on the HTML, I've got some regular old hyperlinks inside of a nav. You know, in real life I'd probably prefer to do this as an unordered list, but we'll get to that soon enough. So right now it's just a series of hyperlinks, and they're all dummy links. They just link to a pound sign or a hashtag there. And I do have a more typical hyperlink here in my first paragraph so that we can do a comparison. Let's head over to our CSS. Now, based on what you already know about styling headlines and headers and articles, your first instinct, and it wouldn't be wrong, if you want to style your hyperlinks, well then you would simply use A as the selector, and that would be very accurate. So whenever you want to use a type selector, basically whenever you want to format an element based on its tag, and of course hyperlinks are created with the anchor tag, then you would use that as your selector. So A for anchor, and we'll do something really obvious. I'll do a background color of black. I'll go ahead and save that, and this is going to make all anchors on my page have a black background. So if I head back over to my browser and refresh, now we can clearly see all of my hyperlinks, all of my anchor tags have that black background. Now, I don't really want it to work this way. I want anchor tags that are within a paragraph to look different. And of course, you know how to do this too by using Descendant selectors. And with a Descendant selector, you simply indicate P space A. So anchor tags that are within paragraphs, they're going to have a background color that is transparent. And let's also do this. And now let's leave the, I was going to get rid of the underlining, but let's leave that on there. But let's go ahead and do this. Font style italic. There we go. And if I head back to my browser and refresh, you'll notice that the hyperlink in the paragraph is italicized and doesn't have the background color, yet my nav paragraph, or my nav hyperlinks are still designed originally. Let's modify this a bit more with a Descendant selector again, anchors within nav. We shouldn't really see any difference here. Okay, so let's be a little bit more specific. Instead of a background color, let's do text decoration none. That's going to get rid of the underlining of the anchor tags that are within my navigation menu. There we go. Navigation menu items no longer have the underline. So that's the basics there, but let's go a step further. And there's different states of a hyperlink that you can manipulate by using what are called pseudo-classes. So check this out. If I do, actually let's modify this first one, A:link. There's no spaces in that. So this is basically the new link styling of anchor tags within my navigation menu. I'll do text decoration none. That's fine. Let's also do A:visited. And let's also do A:hover. Okay, so I've got a few states here. A:visited, which is basically how will the link look after somebody has visited the hyperlink, and we can go ahead and let's change the color to gray. And on hover, I'll do this, text decoration underline. So now when we refresh and I hover over, you're going to see the underline. Now we don't really see our visited link color, and this isn't the best example because these aren't dummy links. Even if I click on one, actually now you can see they all went to gray, since they're all using that same path. So it's a little bit unrealistic, but at least now we can see visited links are different. Now in a navigation menu, I don't know if I want that to be the case. So if I want these to be the same, I can actually do a little trick here. Nav a:\visited along with my link, and now it's a grouped selector, by the way. And I'll do a color. Let's do a dark red up there. I can get rid of this separate CSS rule, save that, head over the old browser and refresh, and now I've got red hyperlinks with that hover state. And the last one I think I'll show you on this one is there's a fourth state. We've got link, new links, visited, visited links, hover, the hover state. We can also do nav a:\active. I don't use this one too often. It's the appearance of the hyperlink as somebody is clicking on it. So let's try something noticeable. How about font weight bold? Okay, so when I save that, head back to the browser and refresh, you'll have to, I'll hold down my mouse, but as I click on this menu item, you'll see that it gets bold. There we go. So that's the active state of the hyperlink.